Hi there and welcome back to the channel. Not today on the bench. This is actually currently something I'm working on right now. But in about 2 days' time, I'm having a small party in my house, and it's a vintage gaming party with about 10, 15 friends, something like that. And I'm supplying meatballs and chips and various other stuff going on in the food department. And what I'm doing is basically taking all of my vintage retro systems, or nearly all of them, and putting them on display and letting people use them. And I'm going to be pairing them up with some CRTs from my collection as well. This is the first time I've really got out my full collection and actually had it all working in one go. There are a few vintage game machines which are not right to bring out. I've got a few upstairs which I'm going to struggle to actually get working, so I need stuff which is reliable. So what I'm doing tonight is I'm actually removing all the plants from my house, and every single surface where the plants were, there's going to be a vintage computer with its own CRT, and also my spare room, which is usually where I have many of my vintage machines actually there so I can use them. That's also going to be decked out as well with vintage gaming. So this is the first time I've actually let people, the public, my friends or anybody else, use my own hardware. Some of these machines I've struggled to get working, and so it's going to be an interesting night with friends and food and drink and lots of 8-bit gaming. There's going to be a couple of other consoles, things like a PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2 as well. The Xbox is poorly, it's not reading any discs. So the PlayStation 3 has got the was it the yellow light of death or whatever it is, that stopped working. The Spectrum, I actually think I might have accidentally posted the power supply to the person who bought the rubber keyed Spectrum, so I think I accidentally posted my own power supply, so I need to buy a new one. But I have actually taken a Amstrad 9-volt power supply, or actually it's a replacement 9-volt power supply, and swapped the polarities and got the Spectrum working for a short time. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. I'm going to show you the setup, and hopefully it goes down okay. They're all coming on Saturday night. Today is Thursday night. I have spent some time setting one or two up last night, so I've got to get everything running for tonight, so I can test it, make sure it's all okay. I've got everything. Tomorrow is going to be getting food, and for things I've got Ikea meatballs and all sorts of stuff I want to get hold of as well tomorrow night. And then Saturday is sorting the house out, making sure it's all ready for I think it's about 4 or 5 p.m. When everybody turns up. It's going to be really interesting. It's really interesting. I've never done this before. I've had parties in my house before, but not vintage gaming stuff. So it'll be quite interesting to see what's going to happen. Which machine fails first. Hello, Saf. Yeah. And Safi here is going to have lots of people to have fun with, and Jack's gone somewhere. He's somewhere at the moment. So, okay, let's get on. I'm going to show you some of the setup and some of the machines I'm going to be using, and let's get it all working. I spent a few evenings setting all of this up, so I've got about 10 machines out with televisions. So I've got one of my Commodore 64s, a bread bin, with the Panasonic I got from We Love CRTs from eBay, and that's looking absolutely lush, that picture. It's also very loud. It's got a fantastic sound on it. It's got a nice big speaker there, and then you've got the tweeter there, and it booms away. So I've got the volume turned right down on things. On the big TV is the NES with an evergreen 800 games or something like that. So that's actually running right now with Super Mario 2, one of my favourites. Then we've got the ZX Spectrum with the TZX Duino thing on it. And I think that's running Monty on the Run, or Monty something anyway. And that's a KV 1400 UB. That's the one I've owned for about 22 years, 23 years. The one I repaired and got that up and running nicely. Then over here we have the Amstrad CPC, which I finally resurrected and got working. And again, that's running with the Toshiba. That gorgeous picture it's got, absolutely gorgeous picture on it. And that's running with a tape device. It's actually, it says MSX, but it will run anything. Yeah, so that's that.
What are you doing? What? Hello. Are we going to go upstairs? Are we going to go upstairs? Oh yeah.
So in the main bedroom, I've got PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1. I've not got many PlayStation 1 games. I think I sort of gave them away. But the PlayStation 2 I was always fond of. So that's on the big screen. So they've got Grand Theft Auto and all of those things. Upstairs in the second bedroom, I've got the Atari 600 and also the KV 1612 UB running quite nicely. I've got this little thing, which is one of these Atari joystick things. I've got that plugged in there for now, but also I've got connected up to that TV the Amstrad CPC 6128, and also I can put on the MSX if I need to. I've got everything there to go, and I have a spare Commodore 64, a working one, which I can put downstairs if the other one decides to go pop. And then we have over here Doom. There's lots of DOS games. There's about 40 DOS games on there. Wolfenstein, Quake, you name it. And that's running on a Pentium 2. And that is that PC there. So that's running quite nicely. So next is a Commodore 16, which I actually haven't had for long. This is my birthday present to myself. And I've got one of these little SD card devices on it, and that's running with that little Hitachi, which I used at the RMC Cave workshop. And then here we have it was working. There we go. An Atari 2600. I do have a Woody, and I mean the console. I do have a Woody sitting available, which I can plug in, and that's running on the Mitsubishi. So the TV which I got from We Love CRTs. So that's running quite nicely. And then over here we've got the BBC Master, which has got a ton of games on it because it's using the SD card solution. I think plugged into the user port or something like that, with the ROM chip. So that's all pretty standard. I do have a bunch of other games on floppy, and I have a Lothrotech and a floppy disk. So I do use this actually. This is one of my more favourite machines. I do a lot of stuff on this. I even do a bit of machine learning, a bit of LSTM work on it. Very, very limited. So yeah, that's the whole gaming rig up here. So as you can see, I'm just waiting for the people to turn up. I'm just making food right now, and hopefully they'll have a great time with it all. I do know I'm pulling about 800 watts or something like that. It's all quite 800 to a kilowatt at the moment. So when you run this amount of TVs, it is quite expensive. So let's wait until they all turn up. and it's the 5 minute wait.
Oh, he's not kidding either. He is a 5 minute. Just in my flat.
Need a firm surface.
Of course, clear.
Yeah, it's a copy of the Spectrum. Yeah.
Get in! I've got to get that. Come on here.
Bomb Jack, I'm sure, used to be an arcade game, didn't it, as well?
What's that?
Yeah.
That was a proper arcade game.
Yeah. Arcade cabinet, yeah.
I've seen them in Arcade Club. Have you ever been to Arcade Club? It's in Bury. Or Bury, whatever you want to call it.
Is it on
Do you know, Dan?
Modern Quarter as well?
Yeah, NQ64.
No, MQ64. It's different.
Hello. That's got to be at least 35 years or something since I last played this. I can't complete the level though because I've mucked it up, but restart. Quite ear piercing actually, isn't it? The music.
There was another version called Boulder Dash. I don't know whether you've heard of that one.
No.
You weren't good, you were... Where's the play mode? I forgot about that. Watch.
So the party's over. It's the next day, and I've moved some of the equipment up here. Doom was played a hell of a lot. The Commodore 16, not that much. The Spectrum, which is up there, was rarely used, just by a couple of people. The Amstrad and the Atari was definitely used a lot. BBC as well, and the Commodore. That went well. This TV was awesome. This little Panasonic was absolutely awesome. The Atari did get played over here. I was quite surprised. They played Boulder Dash and God knows what else on it. The little Atari joystick went down well. Somebody tried the Amstrad CPC 6128. We did have one failure, which was that Commodore 64 bread bin. I think it's the character ROM or something like that that popped, or something happened with it. So yeah, and this I've had for about 5 years. I bought it from my friend Andy, and it's been rarely used. And yeah, after about 2 hours in, yeah, it was showing signs of failure. So I swapped it out with a Commodore 64C, which was marvellous. It did what I wanted to do. The Spectrum got a bit grumpy with tape loading, and it was not because of tapes, it was actually the cable. So if you see the grey cable running up to the Spectrum there, that cable I think is a bit dodgy. It's an original 1983 or 84 cable, so I had to clean it with isopropanol. Yeah, it was a really good night. Lots happened. Again, somebody got onto Commander Keen on there and was whizzing along with that. The PlayStation 2 and 3 also had quite a bit of use as well. So yeah, really, really good night. Everybody commented on this little, the aesthetics of this little Mitsubishi. They really enjoyed that with the Atari. Lots of Joust and Yard's Revenge were being played. So all in all, we had about 10, 12 people turn up. And everyone commented on this. They all thought it was a really cool TV. And it is. It's a very cool TV and it works really well. So yeah, I'm very pleased with that purchase. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I'm a small channel and I appreciate all the support I can get. See you on the next video.